everyone, it's Corey from Three Lives Left here. How are we doing? Just a quick intro to a Warhammer Wednesday video, which isn't actually going to be any video games. I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to be doing a little rate my mini kind of thing. I'm going to go on Reddit, find some minis, and, rate them. Of course, I'm not the best painter in the world. Pictures of my examples, my own mini for submission, which is what I'll be doing. I'm going to give you submissions of my minis first. Just going to be one, and then go from there basically, and then rate everyone else's. No way am I going to be dumping on someone because, you're about to see, or you are currently looking at my submissions, and I am a shit painter. And I'm a firm believer that everyone goes on their own sort of like little journey with painting. You get better as you go. I painted a Nighthaunt army for Sigma, and I painting currently my Orc army. My Grey Pile of Shame is massive, so I'm hoping this is going to give me inspiration to do painting, and might even record some painting at some point. I don't know. This is just a bit of fun, really. So without further ado, I think I've given myself enough time to show my examples. Let's dive into rating some minis. Okay, so we have our first submission from Kronk's Groove on /r Warhammer 40k a year ago. My first model in 12 years took me about 15 hours in total. Can anyone guess the inspiration? I cannot. I do not know what the inspiration is. And does anyone have any more tips? Now, that is great, because that's one thing I do like about the Warhammer community. Although the fact he's painted Tau, not a massive fan, but I can appreciate what he's done here. It does look, at first glance, really nice, and I love what he's done here with the tree branch. Nice added detail. Not sure if that's part of the original model, but it looks cool as hell. And I can't tell what the inspiration is, but, it looks really nice, that purple and green. I do like that. As I said, this is going off of someone who isn't good at painting, and I've never really looked at other people's painting apart from like one of my friends who is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I love this. I'm giving this probably a 7 out of 10. Really enjoy. Very nice. Okay, so someone's advice is think about making the sword more impressive looking. I think I can agree. Look at the sword, it's just plain grey. So yeah, maybe a glowing edge would be pretty cool on that. One thing I've got to say, I think in Warhammer, weapons do need to be a bit more of a focal point. Again, I didn't do it in mine, so my weapons always just go standard silver black, but maybe that's something I need to take on board to improve my own painting. Maybe like a glowing red tip for a bolter, just to like show that it's heavily used. Something like that really does add a bit of an edge, and that is something I am going to do myself. Okay, let's move on. Next, we have what looks like a Defiler, I want to say. I'm not sure if I've got that right, because I know there are different types, but I know that I think is a Defiler. This is from Impressive Fish 4473 on /r Warhammer 2 months ago. And they've said, getting started with Warhammer, and I decided to start with Thousand Suns. Brutal honesty and tips appreciated. Okay, cool. So, I think one thing I have found is the bigger the model, the easier it is to paint, because you can do that thing where you paint before you stick together. I never have. Maybe it's something I need to try. Everyone always says it does actually help, especially if you've got like slightly shaky hands, which I do. Like getting in that precision, fine detail is quite difficult for me. As you can see, I've got a really tiny mini, and I absolutely balls deal. There's splodges everywhere, and I'd give my own, and I will be the first to admit mine gets a solid 4 because I didn't actually give it a rating. I was hoping you guys would rate it for me, but mine gets like a 4, or even a 1. It's painted, It's not a Great Pile of Shame. it's painted, but it's horrific. This, however, I'm giving this probably a 7. Just, you know what, maybe even an 8. Just for getting the detail. Like, it's Thousand Suns Defiler. I mean, it's got the brass slash gold touch to it. The cogs, you can see the detail just pops. I mean, look at that, like all that back work there. I love it. I think it's great. I think that's an 8. But again, I'm always biased when it comes to like the bigger models. I like the bigger stuff, because you get to see more detail. The smaller models, I feel like, unfortunately, a lot of the detail gets lost unless you get like right up close to it, and you've got like a magnifying glass on. This looks like art to me. I mean, that Space Marine there that it's got grasped, awesome, phenomenal. Uh, just yeah, look at that. That to me, that's an 8. That's 8 worthy. That yeah, and the base as well. The base looks good. Uh, yeah, 8 out of 10. Great work. Keep it up. If this is you getting started, you're gonna be sound, mate. I mean, I don't know if you've got any like previous experience of painting, but yeah, that's an 8. Let's go on to submission number 3. Okay, next we've got one from 8 hours ago in /R Warhammer 40k. Legion of the Damned from the Eldar Medium. So I don't know much about the Legion of the Damned other than they're like a legion that always comes to like save the humanity's day at like when things are like most bleak. I know there's a lot of theories behind it, as if it's like one of the lost legions, or whether it was like I think there's one out there of it being like all the loyalists in the traitor legions sort of like went into the warp and basically formed a whole new legion. There's like 4 or 5 different theories about where they've come from. This, however, looks really cool. Like, so look at the detail on the flames, how it goes from like yellow to red. That's great. I mean, the photos themselves, I think these photos have been done very, very well. I've got nothing more to say on it. It just looks, the photo. I think the photos have definitely helped. They're really good at photography, is what I'm saying. These guys also good at painting. That skull on the back, that side. I mean, they've textured the weapon. This is what that person was talking about. Making the weapon look more impressive. Texture your weapon. Darker to lighter tones definitely makes a difference. Really like that. Okay, so we've got a full shot here. I mean, I know it's Legion of the Damned and there isn't much colour involved, so, it's like clothes, isn't it? Black hides a multitude of sins, but there still looks to be textured. I can't tell if it's lighting or if it's the texture that they've done. They've added that lighter tinge on certain parts of the armour to make it look like light's hitting it. Let's go and have a look at another. Yeah, I think this is they've textured the armour. They've textured it so it looks like there's a shine to it. This person definitely has experience. Because I can't do this. I can't do any of it. Like that involves dry brushing, and dry brushing is I can't do it. I've tried and I don't like doing it. Mine always look bad. I'll give you some like my worst examples as well at the end of the video. I'll like put some of my own pictures up and just show you how bad I am. I mean, this, that I painted and put at the beginning, that probably shows just about like how bad I am. But like, there's more. There is more that I have screwed up. I had a Lady Alinda model that I just ballsed up, put in the bottom of the box, and it's broken. Yeah, poor work. Yeah, this. I don't know what to say. I think it's great. I mean, it's bone side, textured. It's been textured to perfection. We're gonna go in a 9, easily an easy 9. To get that detail on such a smaller model, looks great. It's a 9 from me. Onward. Okay, this one is a good one. I like this. This is great. So, from average Splatin, I don't know, Splatina user, um, they are my stick marines, and they shall know no fear. That great work. I love that. I mean, that's phenomenal work. That right there, that's a win. That's 10 out of 10. Just for the shits and giggles. Someone has done that for the shits and giggles, and I love it. That's 10 out of 10. Nothing else to say. Okay, this one. This is good. A Grey Knight. So, again, smaller models, smaller details take a really fine hand. I just want to draw some attention here to this shoulder plate right here, and this right here, like all these little letters and writing. Someone has had to have a very fine point brush and a very steady hand to do this. I mean, they've given it a sort of like Necron vibe, which like the dark green, which amazing. I love it when people like put in some like just they go off design, like it just looks awesome. I know, like, you know, people could probably come up with their own canon when they create their own armies. That's what I love about this hobby. The only limitation is your own imagination. It's great. That awesome. 9 out of 10. Gorgeous. It looks gorgeous. And those blades, yeah. 9 out of 10. Love it. I'm not giving a low score for anything but mine, because I'm a firm believer that everyone else is better than me. Okay, this one's interesting. Someone's created a scene. I've not seen this done before. And it looks as though Calgar is a strip club with the Demon Knight of Slaanesh. This is heresy. Someone call the Inquisition. This is straight heresy. 1 out of 10. First low score, 1 out of 10. Definitely a 1 out of 10. But 2 out of 10 for using the old school models. You know, you get a bonus point for using, like, what's this? First edition? So look at that. I think that's first edition, because it looks absolutely atrocious. So 1 out of 10. Someone correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but yeah, 2 out of 10. Okay, everyone. Thank you for watching me rate other people's minis as if like I know what I'm talking about. I certainly don't, but I've actually really enjoyed making this video. It's been great just scouring Reddit for people's minis, and just, you know, it's given me some tips and some things to think about when I do my own minis. So yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed. Be sure to comment. You know, you know what you're doing. If you like it, tell me you like it. If you didn't, tell me you didn't. Hate me in the comments. I don't care. Yeah, but no. Hopefully stick around if you want to see more. Not going to tell you what to do. I'm not your dad. Do what you want. Catch you guys next time.